From Dragon Flame foreshadowing to Easter eggs revealing how fan favourite fairies Tecna and Flora will appear, Fate the Winx Saga has a stack of secrets hidden in every episode. Yippee-ki-yay movie lovers, I'm Jan, and today I'm uncovering all the magical details you might have missed in the first season of Netflix's live-action adaptation of Winx Club, including the secret twist that Ms. Dowling's fate in the finale may not be what it seems. We will of course be talking spoilers, so take care. Although the new series initially downplays fans' expectations of getting to see the Winx with fairy wings,
I'm just kind of bummed I didn't see a single pair of wings.
Well, we had wings in the past. As we've evolved, transformation magic has been lost.
the red butterfly on the lamp that Bloom brings with her to Alfea is a clever bit of foreshadowing to her big transformation in the finale, when she sprouts wings as she unleashes the power of the dragon flame inside her. And that scene pays homage to elements of Bloom's original Winx Club transformation, albeit with some notable differences. The fire that licks around her as she goes full fairy is similar to the animation, although in Winx Club the fire wrapping around Bloom is accompanied by a costume change. If you're disappointed by the Netflix show's lack of costume change, remember that Bloom has only just discovered the dragon flame, and as her powers grow in the future, her transformations may well become bigger and better. And hopefully the other Winx Suite members will also get wings too, like in the animated show. By the way, in the original Winx Club, the Dragon Flame also gave Bloom healing abilities, including the time she was able to save Sky after a fatal attack. And it appears that in Fate, Bloom has also acquired a similar ability when she heals a cut on Sky's face just by touching it. Another big moment from the final episodes comes when Rosalind abruptly kills Farah with her magic by snapping her neck. This was an unexpected and shocking moment, but also a somewhat underwhelming way for a powerful fairy like Ms. Dowling to exit the show. If you're a Farah fan though, you can take solace in the subtle hint you might have missed in the scene that suggests the former headmistress may still be alive. Notice how Farah's eyes light up just before Rosalind attacks her, suggesting she may be drawing on her own magic to protect herself against a likely attack from her nemesis. Farah's dead body may simply be an illusion she's cast to fool Rosalind, like many of the other illusions we've seen fairies cast in the show. And if you're at all skeptical, then just remember that Sky's father Andreas was brought back from the dead despite the seemingly lethal blow that Silver landed on him. And let's not forget that handy healing power that Bloom has either. The casting of Terra and Musa has been problematic, given how it erased both Latin and Asian representation in the new series, making this show's main cast less diverse than the original Naughty's animation. There is, however, a tease to a potential resolution for fans disappointed at the lack of Flora in the series, when Terra reveals some more details about her family to Musa.
I've got this cousin called Flora, and my mum's called Rose.
The Flora name drop hopefully means that the OG Winx Club nature fairy, who was modelled on Jennifer Lopez, will be introduced in a future season. Another missing founding fairy from the animated series is Tecna, the fairy of technology. However, there's a clue in the first season that might have revealed her or somebody closely related to her. In the third episode, when Bloom is studying some of the Alfea yearbooks, the camera deliberately goes in close on one of the pages, lingering on it for several seconds. Interestingly, one of the names on the page, Devon Waller, is described as a science fair winner. It looks like this description refers to this former alumna of Alfea here, who also appears in the centre of this group photo, and who Bloom commented was a Farah Fawcett lookalike when she saw her in a school photo on one of the walls. The show seems to be calling attention to this character, and the fact that she was particularly skilled at science could imply that this is Tecna, or if not Tecna herself, then somebody related to her, for example her mother. Of course, it's possible that this is just a tease to a brand new original character that will be introduced later on, but either way it seems likely she will have some significance in a future storyline. Also mentioned on the page is somebody called Sparta West Red, and if you've any theories about Tecna or either of these two characters, comment below. When Bloom meets Rosalind for the first time, the show seems to imply that the voices Bloom has been hearing calling to her have been Rosalind's all along.
Hello, Bloom.
However, if you go back and listen to the ghostly voices that Bloom originally heard calling to her, they sound quite different to Rosalind's voice. These may actually be a hint and tease to Daphne, who is a type of spirit guardian and sister to Bloom in Winx Club. Similar to the mysterious voice calling to Bloom in the new show, Daphne's ghost also called to Bloom in Winx Club to come and find her.
I'm all around you, Bloom. I'm within you, Bloom. I'll show you. Whoa! Daphne!
Daphne was also once a guardian of the dragon flame, and so if she appears in the show, she'll likely have a part to play in helping Bloom learn about that power. Alfea's resident bad girl, Beatrix, may be an air fairy, however her name is a reference to the villainous Trix sisters from Winx Club who were witches. Beatrix also says that she's from Asterdal, which was apparently a village of blood witches, suggesting it's possible that Beatrix will actually turn out to be a witch in the show rather than a fairy. And although Beatrix appears to combine various attributes of the three OG Trix, Icy, Darcy and Stormy, it wouldn't surprise me if she discovers she has a couple of villainous sisters or relations in a future season. And if you were ever in any doubt that bad boy Riven would end up joining Beatrix on the dark side, the infamous book on his desk is a dead giveaway. The overall theme of The Prince by Machiavelli, that it's justifiable to act in an immoral way in order to achieve political goals, also points to some of the themes in the first season, such as Rosalind lying about evacuating Asterdal so she could destroy the blood witches living there as well as the burned ones. Another little detail about Riven you might have missed comes in the final episode when he meets Rosalind for the first time. Notice how both his and Dale's eyes light up as she enters the room, which could suggest that they have some latent magical abilities, or the way that Rosalind's eyes glowed at the same time could imply that she's cast a spell on them to pull them over to her side as she takes control over the school. There's a hint that we could see some of the more interesting powers Aisha had in the animated series in Fate. For clues, let's take a look at the scene where Farah is explaining to Aisha about her water-based powers.
A mass of water is persistent and reliable. A drop of water is unpredictable, vague, amorphous. Can you isolate it? Can you maintain that which fights form?
Farah's description of water as amorphous could be a reference to Morphix, the name of Aisha's power source in Winx Club, and a magical malleable substance which the fairy can create by rearranging water molecules.
Morphix Cloud!
I'm not sure whether the Fate showrunners will go there, but there are some really cool things like Aisha's Morphix surfboard, which could be awesome to see in live action.
Morphix Surfboard! Ugh.
By the way, there's also a hint in Fate that Aisha might be a princess like she is in Winx Club, when Stella tells Bloom to ask Aisha what it means to lose a crown jewel.
Now that might not mean much to a first worlder, so feel free to ask your sweet mate how big of a screw-up that is.
Almost as big as giving it to her in the first place.
Another change from Winx Club is Musa being a mind fairy rather than a fairy of music. There are, however, a few references in the new series to her musical background in the animation, from the DJ poster on the wall by her bed, to how she listens to music on her headphones whenever she wants to drown out reading other people's emotions, to the fact that she tells Riven she was once a dancer.
I wouldn't expect a mind fairy to have such good moves.
I used to be a dancer.
Fashion was a huge part of Winx Club, and fans of that aspect of the OG show will likely be disappointed with the costuming on Fate. There is perhaps a small nod to Winx Club fashion, however, when Bloom is surprised at how often Stella changes her clothes each day.
So a casual thing that you're changing for?
People have seen me in this outfit already. They'll expect something different.
People expect you to wear multiple outfits a day?
And there's another neat little homage to the OG series when Bloom reveals that she was born in 2004, a reference to how Winx Club first premiered on Italian TV in that year. And in case you didn't know, Abigail Cohen, who plays Bloom, also starred in Netflix's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina as one of the three weird sisters. And if you're a fan of that show, check out my video with all the best Easter eggs and things you missed in the final season of Sabrina. Tap here to watch that or follow the link in the video description. So what did you think of Fate the Winx Saga and how it changed from the animated series? And do you have any theories on what you'd like to see in season 2? Leave all your thoughts and comments down below, and if you enjoyed this, then a thumbs up is hugely appreciated. Tap left for my next Netflix video, including a full breakdown of the Sabrina series finale and a potential part 5, or tap right for something else you're sure to like. Thanks for watching and see you next time, yippee-ki-yay movie lovers!